That night, there were no gunshots, but the presidential security detail started bleeding from their noses, and no one knew why.
Caracas was asleep. The streets were almost empty, the air heavy, and the city breathed with the false calm of any ordinary night. Inside the Miraflores Palace, security followed its routine. Radios on, guards in position, everything under control. No one knew it yet, but this would be the last normal night. 2 a.m. Something appeared on the radar. It wasn't a commercial aircraft. It wasn't a missile. It was a strange signal that appeared for just a few seconds and then vanished. The operators assumed it was a malfunction. They made the last mistake of the night. Far above the clouds, where no one looks, the United States was already there. Planes that can't be seen, drones that make no sound. They didn't arrive with warnings. They didn't arrive with speeches. They arrived with perfect intelligence and a plan that was already in motion. The first explosion hit far from the palace, then another, and another. Strategic facilities, communication centers, key locations. Caracas woke up all at once. Sirens, windows shaking, people looking up at the sky, not understanding what was happening. This wasn't a random bombing. Each explosion said the same thing. Do not try to respond. Inside the palace, something far stranger was happening. One guard stopped dead in his tracks. He felt a deep pain in his head. He touched his face. Blood. Another dropped to his knees. Another vomited. There were no gunshots. There were no explosions inside. Only an invisible pressure, as if the air itself had turned hostile. The radios were working, but the men weren't. They tried to run. Their legs wouldn't respond. They tried to aim. They couldn't focus their vision. In less than a minute, the presidential security detail was neutralized without knowing what they were fighting. They couldn't see the enemy. They couldn't hear it. They only knew they were losing. Amid the chaos, doors opened. Shadows moved down the hallways. Fast movements, precise. Nicolás Maduro was jolted awake. This time, it wasn't a drill. It wasn't just another threat. There was no real resistance. There was no speech. They said his full name. They told him it was over. And within minutes, he was captured. As he was taken out of the palace, new explosions echoed in the distance. Not as an attack, but as a warning. A helicopter disappeared into the darkness. From the first radar signal to the final extraction, only 8 minutes had passed. Days later, a testimony appeared on social media. It spoke of a weapon that made no sound, a weapon that fired no bullets. The United States never confirmed it, never denied it, and the question remained hanging in the air. What if the war of the future is no longer heard coming?